Our topic for the Doodle Day today is camping doodles. I thought that'd be a fun activity leading into summer. It will also allow me to show you some other techniques in drawing that you may not have thought of. So those other techniques that you may not have considered while drawing is you can pull out old burned sticks from the fire. Once they're cooled down, don't do it when they're hot. You can pull out these old sticks and you can actually draw with those sticks. You know, when you're camping, you're like, oh, dang, I forgot a pencil. I don't have anything to draw with. Well, you know what? You got stuff you can draw with. And that's what I'm going to use today. Non-traditional drawing material, I would call that. So yeah, burning a stick, using a stick out of a fire. Yeah, wear some gloves, or your parents or your friends may be looking at your hands going, whoa, why are your hands so dark? So yeah, I'm going to put on these gloves and I'm going to use this material to create a doodle behind me today. As usual, the last few Doodle Day things, I've been making mood board ideas. I really like this tent here, and I really like this pot over the fire. So Picasso said if there's a good idea, steal it, and then make it your own. So that's totally what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these ideas right here. I really love those ones. You're done your drawing or your doodle, photo it, drop it in here, put your name up here if you want, and then we can check out our work at the end of the 30 minutes. Okay, so when I'm working on the drawing behind me over top of the mural that I have there, I'm going to doodle over top of the mural behind me by laying down tracing paper over top of it. That's what you're going to see in the sped up video. I'm going to use non-traditional stuff so you can watch me doing that, but I do recommend putting gloves on. So I'm going to be wearing my gloves here. So I went over to a friend's house on the weekend and I burned some sticks in their fire. So I'm going to use these sticks as one of my non-traditional drawing materials. And I went to a barbecue store and got some stuff that you use. Basically, you use this stuff in a smoker if you like smoking food. This charcoal here is what you use. Make sure you use charcoal that you put in a smoker because it's actually burned like sticks and whatnot. So that will actually make marks on a paper fairly well. It's kind of interesting because it's a bunch of different kinds of wood. So you're not quite sure how dark or brown or what the color is going to be. That's part of the excitement is like, it's like you're never sure what you're going to get when you put the mark down. So you've got to judge your darkness and judge your brownness or grayness based on whatever comes off of this stuff. But that's kind of exciting. Another tip is I went and got some, yeah, make sure I'm not clicking this. Another tip is I went and got some briquettes to see how briquettes would work as opposed to the smoker or charcoal. The briquettes, I don't know what they're made with. They don't make marks on paper that well. It's super light, so I'm not going to be using the briquettes. If you're drawing on a rock or you're drawing on something concrete, these will work just well because there's a lot of tooth to the concrete, but on paper, these don't work. So tip, if you're like, hey, this looks kind of cool, you got briquettes, they're not going to work well on paper. So that's the stuff I'm going to be using today as I'm working away back there. Have fun making your camping doodles today along with me.